Intro, have you ever woken up in the middle of the night, heart pounding, unable to move, and felt like someone was watching you? You try to scream, but nothing comes out. Your eyes adjust to the darkness, and you see it, a shadow standing in the corner of your room. No face, no eyes, just darkness, darker than the dark itself. They call them the shadow people. And tonight we'll uncover the truth behind these terrifying encounters. That might make you afraid to sleep again. Part 1. The first sightings, reports of shadow-like beings, have been around for centuries. From old folklore to modern-day Reddit confessions, people claim to see moving silhouettes when they wake up at night. Some say it's sleep paralysis, a brain glitch when you wake up before your body does. But others believe it's something more sinister. One of the earliest accounts comes from a man named Thomas in 1978 from rural Texas. He lived alone in a small farmhouse. Every night he'd wake up at exactly 3:12 a.m., heart racing, drenched in sweat. At first he thought it was just nightmares, until one night he saw it. A tall figure, darker than the shadows, standing near the doorway. It didn't move. It didn't breathe. It just watched him. He tried to turn on the lamp, but the bulb exploded, and when the light went out, the figure was suddenly inches from his face. Thomas screamed, and everything went black. When he woke up, it was morning. The door was still locked, but on the floor near his bed was a perfect black handprint, burned into the wood. Part 2. The college dorm. Incident fast forward to 2004. A college student named Amber moved into an old dorm building that was once a hospital in the 1930s. She laughed off the ghost stories until one night she stayed up studying. Around 3 a.m., her roommate was asleep when Amber saw movement in her peripheral vision. She looked up, and there it was again. A black silhouette standing by the window. She blinked, and it vanished. She thought maybe it was her imagination, but the next morning her roommate said, "Hey, Amber, were you standing by my bed last night? You were whispering something." Amber froze. "What did I say?" Her roommate replied, "You said don't look at them. They'll notice you." Amber swore she had never left her bed. Part 3. The sleep experiment in 2011. A small group of researchers from Stanford conducted an unofficial sleep study about night terrors. They invited volunteers who reported frequent sightings of shadow figures during sleep paralysis. One of them was Daniel, a 27-year-old software engineer. He had been seeing the same shadow for months, tall, broad shoulders, glowing red eyes. During one of the experiments, Daniel fell asleep under observation. At exactly 2:47 a.m., his brainwaves spiked. He began breathing heavily, whispering, "They're here. They're in the room." One of the scientists turned on the infrared camera, and on the monitor, behind Daniel's sleeping body, a shadow-shaped distortion appeared. It wasn't human. It had no thermal signature, no reflection, nothing. When they tried to wake Daniel, he wouldn't move. His heart rate skyrocketed. Then he screamed so loud that the glass on the monitor cracked. The lights went out. When they finally got them back on, Daniel was sitting up, eyes wide, muttering. He said, "I belong to the dark now." He quit the study the next day and disappeared 2 weeks later. Part 4. The motel tapes in 2016. A YouTuber named Corey Milton ran a paranormal investigation channel. He checked into an abandoned roadside motel in Nevada, rumored to be haunted. What he captured is still debated online. He placed night vision cameras in every room. At 3:08 a.m., the hallway camera recorded something moving, a shape, darker than black, gliding across the floor. No sound, no footsteps, just silence. Corey went to investigate, holding his camera. As he opened the door, the footage flickered. A voice whispered, "We've been waiting." The video cuts to static for 23 seconds. When the picture returns, the hallway is empty. But in the reflection of the glass frame, a shadow figure stands right behind Corey. That was the last video ever uploaded on his channel. His body was never found. Only the cameras, still recording, showing empty rooms, and shadows moving between them. Part 5. The house in Ohio, one of the most chilling accounts, came from a family in rural Ohio. They moved into a new home in 2019. At first, it was peaceful, until their 8-year-old daughter started talking to the dark man. They thought it was an imaginary friend, until the little girl said, "He doesn't like it when you leave the lights on." That same night, the father installed a baby monitor in her room. Around 3 a.m., the monitor flickered. You can clearly hear the girl say, "He's here now." Then, a deep male whisper replies, "Go back to sleep." The next morning, her room was freezing cold, 10 degrees lower than the rest of the house. And when they checked the footage, the camera had corrupted frames. Except for one clear still image, a humanoid shadow standing beside her bed. The family moved out within a week. The house remains empty, lights still flickering every night at 3 a.m. Part 6. The science behind shadows. Skeptics say shadow people are hallucinations caused by sleep paralysis, oxygen deprivation, or neurological stress. When your brain wakes up before your body, you can't move, but you're conscious. Your brain tries to make sense of the fear and creates a figure in the dark. But if that's true, how do you explain when two people see the same shadow at the same time? Or the security footage, where a shadow passes by but no one is there. Even scientists can't fully explain it. One neurologist admitted in a 2022 interview, if this is just a hallucination, then it's a shared one across millions of people. And that's terrifying. Part 7. The encounter that changed everything in 2021. A woman named Rachel posted a video on TikTok. She said she had been seeing shadow figures for months, always near her bedroom door. People in the comments joked. Until the night she went live. The live stream shows Rachel talking nervously. Then she freezes, eyes staring off screen. In the background, the door slowly opens on its own. A black, human-like shape steps halfway in. No face. No sound, just... Watching, Rachel whispers, "Do you see that too?" The screen shakes and cuts to black. Her account was deleted the next day. No one has heard from her since, but the clip still circulates online. Frame by frame, you can see the shadow move closer, until it reaches her shoulder. Part 8. Are they real? Maybe they're just a trick of the mind. Maybe they're entities that exist between light and dark, only visible when the veil is thin. Every culture has its version, the jinn of the Middle East, the shadow walkers of Native American legends, the old hag of Europe. Different names. Same shape, same paralyzing fear. Some even say they feed on energy, especially fear. The more you see them, the more they follow you. Until one night, they don't just watch, they step closer. They reach out. And once they touch you, you become one of them. Ending. The final warning. If you've ever felt someone watching you in the dark, if you've seen something move in the corner of your eye, if you've woken up frozen, unable to scream, don't look directly at it. Don't acknowledge it. Because once you do, they'll know you can see them, and that's when they start getting closer. So tonight, when you turn off the lights and the shadows start to move, remember this story. Because if you ever wake up at 3 a.m. and see something standing in the corner and don't blink, it's already watching you.